What if I told you you could stop a blood moon horde with just a ladder and a couple of well-placed blocks? Sounds dumb, right? Well, this just might be the most efficient base design I've come up with yet. How you doing? I'm Rebel, welcome back to 7 Days. Today I'm testing a simple concept. Trap zombies on a ladder using just a couple of overhead blocks, keeping them stuck and giving me total control. No spikes, no traps, just precision. Let's see if it holds up or if I end up getting overrun. Alright, here we are in the beautiful Rebel Arena, ready to craft another base. I think I picked out a decent spot, right next to the killing slope and the struggle in the stratosphere. So I think first we're just going to lay out a couple of blocks to get the foundation right. And 5 wide should be good enough. I'm not sure. I think what I'm going to do is build up from here. So this is going to be at least 13 high, so that if the zombies fall off the ladder, they don't go into rage mode and just start beating away at the foundation. It'll make a lot more sense once you see it starting to come to take shape. Alright, so there we go. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. It is literally just a 13 block high pillar. That's all it really is. And now we need to build their pathway up. So we're gonna go with the ladders. And cover the entire inside. And just so that I don't fall off, we're gonna need a little bit more of a fighting position. Just a little bit. Do we want bars or do we want scaffolding ladder? Scaffolding ladder stops the cop spit, but bars don't take damage from bullets. I think the side should be bars, I think. We're gonna try it with the bars. I don't really use bars all that much, but I also wanna make sure that these zombies don't stand a chance at climbing over the edge. All right, now we're gonna switch over to the stairs here. And we're gonna advanced rotate these. There, there, and there. All right, so now the zombies can't get up. You know what, before we get too much deeper, let's send a test in. All right, I got a feral Arlene spawned in. Get her attention. Make sure she can actually make her way up here. She's coming up. Working out good so far. I might have to put a whole nother top on this back portion. You're gonna fall. You're not fall. There we go. Now she fell. Okay, good. That worked out. But without this top back portion on, I have a feeling that she's just... Can she jump that? Hey, I'm over here. Right behind you. Arlene, this way. I'm sure if there were zombies piling up behind her, like in a horde, they would actually push her away from the ladder and cause her to fall. Or push her away from the ladder onto this portion. So I'm gonna have to cover this side of the stairwell too. All right, we gotta test something because I can't think straight right now. Is she done? Stay down. I'm done with you. So if we bring a demo in, his button is gonna be on this side. So we need something over there. Thank you. You have completed your task, sir. I know. I know. Rough life. Hey, caught the ladder in time. Yeah, you want to come over this way? Do me a favor, buddy. Come on. Away from the base. Can't have you hurting me. Run! Angry demo. Alright, so we figured out which side the demos were going to be on. If I put a robo there, I wonder if I take my blocks and build bars here. Is Robo gonna have a hard time smacking zombies off the edge from there with that one little opening? I'm wondering actually if the zombies are even gonna be able to... Will they still path to me like this? More testing. This way, Arlene. The downside is I can't see the bottom now. They're still coming up. So they're not close enough for Robo to hit them. And Robo's just smacking away at the concrete, which is not what we need. It's not gonna knock him off this way. Robo's losing his mind over there. Come on, buddy. This way. And they fell. Of course they fell. I'm wondering if Robo is going to be able to hit him from that side. So I could be standing over here. He hit her. Is she taking damage? Let's see. Okay, so she didn't take any damage whatsoever from that. She took damage from the fall. She's at 441. Come on, Robo, give her a smack. Yeah, see, he's not... Robo's not even hitting her. I wonder if I can get him closer. That's about as close as I can get Robo. Ma'am, you wanna help me out here? 522. Come on. 447. Nothing. Just smacking my bricks. He hit her. He did hit her. Okay, so we need to find what block we can use in combination with Robo to help him hit the zombies, but stay away from hitting my base. Of course, when I want him to hit the wall, he's not hitting it, and when I don't want him to hit the wall, he hits it. That's 4980. That's 4420. Okay. He's not hitting the wall on any of those. Come on, ladies. You're not done yet. Why doesn't he ever hit the wall now? Maybe I should just leave it. Leave it the way it is. One of the things that I can't stand in bases... No, I can't use those. That would bother me too much. When people build bases, I can't stand it when... And it's just a personal preference. A lot of people don't mind it. A lot of people use their whole bases off of it. I can't stand it when there's floating blocks. So, like, a lot of people will tell me to use the pole side centered vertically, or the pole vertically, and just have them jump from one pole to the other pole. That's fine, but I don't like the look of it when it's... Let me show you. So I can build bases like that, and it actually is super, super effective. If you're ever building a base and you don't mind the cheese, you can build bases that are like this, where you basically have to use your imagination of these blocks are connected. And that's my biggest thing is, when I build bases, I want them to look like they all are structurally stable. Like right now, this is structurally stable. None of those blocks are in any type of concern for stability. So let's say that this wasn't a wedge and they weren't getting knocked off. I could build my base right here, and the zombies would have to jump from pillar to pillar. And it works. It's super, super efficient. I can't express enough how efficient this actually is. The issue I have with it is it looks dumb. That's my sole issue with building these bases. They work, but they look dumb. I would much rather build a base like this and have it not look dumb. Now if you do it, see how they have vertical jumps that they have to do? So if I bring in a couple feral Arlenes, get their attention, they're gonna make their way up the ladder, like normal. Come on, ladies, let's go. Thank you. Now, they're gonna jump, fall, do whatever. So some of them will make it. It's like a 90% chance success rate that they'll make it to you or something like that. I don't know. I didn't do the math. But it's pretty effective. So now they're just gonna cycle around, climb up the ladder again, try to get me again. Jump, fall, repeat the process. So if you're looking for a cheese base, it's not a zombie dropper base. It's not the Jawoodle style zombie dropper base. Hey, no. No punching at my foundations. You just keep cycling through. But this works just the same as the zombie dropper base. You can do this. They see this as a pathway. They have no problem trying to attempt to cross it. But they just keep cycling through over and over and over. And I don't have to do a thing. The only thing that I could possibly have to do is set up a little wall right here with scaffolding ladders. And the only reason I would even need that wall is to stop the cop spit and vultures. That's about it. I could sit here all day. And I'm also pretty sure you can pretty much control the path of the zombies just by where you're standing too. So if I stand over on this side, they should all come to this pillar here. Should. Again, I don't think that that's foolproof either, but I'm gonna do a test here. So there's 2 zombies that went left, 3 zombies that went left, 1 Arlene that's being dumb, 4, 5, all right. So now if I come stand over on this side, stand all the way over here. Actually, you know what? They won't come to this side. I already know that they won't come to this side. And that's because... I was gonna say that's because I have 3 pillars and not 2. But if I take one of these pillars and get rid of it, now they should all come over here because it's an even pathway on both ways. There's 1. Maybe. There we go. Come on. 2. 3. 4. 5. Let it run one more time, and then we'll switch sides again. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3, there's 4, and 5. All came over to this side. If I come back over here, straight back to the left. So you can very easily control which pathway you even want them to go through at this type of base. But it's cheesy, it looks like garbage. I'm not a fan of it. And I mean, I guess there are structural things that you could do to make it like look good, so that it doesn't look like it's torn apart or broken up. So if we go to our blocks, float a little bit, turn on these right here. No, that won't work. I guess you could use the bars centered. But I think by doing that, the zombies will actually have a pathway to get to you. I don't know. Bars used to be the meta. And then it stopped being the meta for a while because people found scaffolding ladders. Bars as pathways used to be the meta. And then it switched over to these pull-side centereds. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's the issue, is they fall onto the actual bars. So yes, it does work, but hey, you made it. Congratulations. Down you go. So the bars does work, but it gives them something to land on. And if they have something to land on, you're defeating the purpose of using the vertical poles to begin with. All right, so this concludes our lesson of the pole side centered or the vertical poles and why I don't use them. Essentially, I just don't like the way it looks. That's all it boils down to. I have no problems with other people using them. It is just not what I like my bases to look like. Bye, base. Now, there's really no way for Arlene to come and get me, because the entire side pathway is blocked off. I'm gonna have to elongate this a little bit though, just so that I have a walkway. I have a standing walkway, and then we should be good. You guys are smarter than I am. If any of you know that if there's a way, I don't think there is, but if any of you know that there's a way to limit how far the robo sweeps, I don't want them at 180, I want them at like 90. Let me know, put it in the comments below. All right, and all the building is done. I think it actually looks pretty cool. We basically just fattened up our back wall here just so that if the zombies do go into rage mode, they can just pound away at the foundation and it shouldn't be that big a deal, hopefully. We also fattened up our upstairs area here and put a cage around us just so that vultures can't fly in and out. You can see there's a whole lot of this base that is not very stable. The main structure is very stable. So if I stay in this area right here, this green area, I'm fine. Unless the zombies chew through the entire foundation, I'll be fine standing in this area. But with enough vulture damage and enough cop spit, this whole outside area can fall. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out. Now I just need to paint it, make it look pretty. Send in Horde. I had it all painted up. I had it looking nice. I was just about to hit record when I realized that these blocks, the bars, it's harder for you to stab through them than the scaffolding ladders. So I was sitting there testing it, trying to stab zombies through the ladders, realizing that I'm only hitting my bars, and I was like, oh, well, let me just switch those out to scaffolding ladders. I'll explain it in the video as soon as I start recording. And then I got rid of 2 bars. Bye-bye base. Oh, man. All right, so hopefully these 2 pillars will add some structural stability. I don't like how I gotta move around it, but we'll figure it out from here. Time to rebuild. All right, so what I was doing is I was taking the spear and I was trying to spears. See how I'm aimed dead center of the block. I don't think I can get more dead center than that. Still hitting the bars. It's only 1 HP, so it's not that big a deal, but I don't want anything to be getting in the way of me hitting the zombies. But if I use the scaffolding ladder, not hitting the bars. So I think with this style, the scaffolding ladders on the sides is the way to go, not the bars. The benefit of the bars is if you shoot them, they don't take damage. So if I damage this bar here, you can see the health. It's at 497. So I could take that bar, shoot it all I want, and it should still be at 497. Yep. Whereas the scaffolding ladders, if I damage that, bring this down to 497, 4997. You know what I meant. 4997, that's fully healed. 4997, if I shoot that, 4986. So the damage, the benefit of using the bars is you could shoot better through them, but you can't melee better through them. So I think the sides here are definitely going to have to be scaff ladders. Finally. I think that finally takes care of everything. The only thing left we have to do is send in the Horde. Alright, we got no dev items in our inventory. Our usual loadout, level 3 of everything. Iron Spear, Pistol, 44, Auto Shotty, SMG, Tactical Assault Rifle, M60. We got the Sniper Rifle on backup. We got enough ammo for an army. Some concrete for repairs, some repair kits in case a weapon goes bad, bacon and eggs, yucca juice, nail gun. I think we're ready. Dev mode off, creative mode off. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I always forget something. You know what? Whether or not we forgot something, set time. Day 70, 21:58. Welcome to the Ladder to Nowhere Horde base. Where are they coming from? Which side? And are they gonna take my ladder? Cop. I already see a cop over there. He's already underneath. Can't get me from where I'm at. Nobody from these sides. Oh, they're already here. How you guys doing? Take a trip. Have a nice fall. Psychos, lunatics. How you guys doing? Hey, Robo decided to play. Thanks, Robo. Knocking him down. Already out of stamina. Ooh, they're hitting me from the sides. Cop. Bird. No thank you. Let's knock these guys out of here. Get them down. Hit me from above. Is that... How did the bird get in? Did I miss a block somewhere? Man, I'm taking a lot of damage already. Ooh. I honestly want to know how the bird got in. I think this is completely sealed off. I think we're gonna have to be doing a lot of repairs this Horde night. I should have made the pathway one longer on the side so that they can't hit me from where I'm sitting right here. But if I did that, I was afraid that if I did that, it would lower the stability too much. Come on, Robo, let him have it. There's a lot of spinning. I hear Robo putting in work, but I don't know if he's actually helping out or not. The one flaw of this style base, I'm sure there's many, but the one that I see almost instantly is there's no stairway. Without a stairway, no animals can come up. And if no animals can come up, animals just sit there and beat at your base. So that is a major downside. So if we get dire wolves, bears, any coyotes, wolves, anything like that, we're in trouble. But I think we're past like the wolf stage. We are game stage 318, level 196, 3009 enemy kills. I missed a couple, obviously. A lot of those I probably didn't even need to touch. Got him. Down with you. Down you go. You guys would not believe the sunset that I saw today. I work outdoors, and I was able to take a picture of it. I'm lucky enough to have a job that affords me the ability to not be in a cubicle, not be in an office, not be in a building. I literally work outdoors 99% of the day, and 95% of the day. I do a lot of paperwork too. But the majority of my job is done outside. And the sunset that we had today, absolutely beautiful. Normally I don't geek out over stuff like that, but it was good. And something that I just realized is I've been checking my bars to make sure that they don't collapse my bars, but I haven't been checking their ladders. I I need to stay on top of being able to check the ladders. As soon as I clear them out. Alright, cleared out. I can't even hit it. Come on. Come on. Get out of the way, cop. Yeah, this is just repair base bonanza. They're probably going crazy right now. Something you guys are gonna have to also let me know. I put out a video, I think it was like a week ago, and the audio was insanely poor, and it was just my mic audio that was bad. It kept clipping off words, it kept messing things up, and I switched some things around. It should be fixed. You guys are gonna have to let me know if it's better or not. If you noticed it, I guarantee you noticed it, because it was bad. And I even mentioned it in the editing. I put up a little text on the screen saying, hey, I know it's bad. I apologize. It was during one of my series videos. I think it was my latest series video that came out. And I know it was bad, and I apologize for it. It was so upsetting to me. And if it wasn't my series video, if it was a base build video, I would have just stopped what I was doing, destroyed the base, rebuilt it, completely redone the entire video. But because it was a series video, I didn't want you guys to miss out on actually what happens. It's a bird. The feathers of that bird were confusing me. But because it was one of my series video, I didn't want you guys to miss out on an episode of what actually happened. And I told you before, I can't stand having a series video and you guys missing out on the action, missing out on what happens. Just in case you're interested in like how the character develops, how my character develops, how I develop in the game. I can't stand that. So I decided to go with it. I tried to edit around all of the horrible audio. Normally edits take me about between 4 and 6 hours per video. And this one probably took me about 10 hours just because I was trying to edit all around all of the clips, all of the scratches. It was a pain. I don't want to have to go through that again, and you guys shouldn't have to sit through that again. You deserve way better than that. And I apologize for the poor quality. Essentially, this is a long way of me saying I'm sorry for the bad audio, and I'm trying to be better. I'm still just a little tiny fish in the massive YouTube ocean. I am a nobody. And I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. 120. This is where time starts to drag for me. Every single Horde night, around the 1 o'clock mark. 106. Got a busted arm. Had that for a while. Since like the first volley. The shotgun's actually doing really well though at knocking them off. Obviously, it's a shotgun. You're kind of getting up close and personal with the zombies. So you just kind of spray into the crowd. And since you're so close, the shotgun does pretty well. Is that a demo? That's a demo. Okay, demo. You need to go, buddy. I think he fell. Scared of hitting that button. If he hits that button, I just gotta keep spraying though. There he is. He's gonna break stuff. You're gonna break stuff, sir. Stop it. Gotta be very careful not to hit my bars. Waiting for that. I'm trying to save ammo. Waiting for that demo to come back. But every single time he comes back, I'm reloading. How you doing, buddy? Down you go. I haven't checked repairs in a while. I think we need to check on that. Come on. I see that there's damage. Let's go. Get the damage. There actually is a really decent mod. I have never used it, if it works the way that it's supposed to. The mod that I saw was, it was an auto block repair tool. So essentially you load up a block with like concrete. For this base, it would be concrete. If you have wood, you load it up with wood. If you have cobblestone, you load it up with cobblestone. But you load it up, and within a radius, a certain radius, it's like your land plane block radius. I think you can adjust it though, the size of it. But you throw that block down, and it automatically does repairs. I don't know how it works, so it might not be like in the midst of taking damage. And it might not be able to keep up if you have a Horde Knight coming through. But if the block does what it says it does, auto repairs the damage, that would be cool. I've also been thinking about the 2.0 release. I saw that if the devs wanted to, if they wanted to do something really interesting with the game, and they would have to implement some sort of better visual display of your base taking damage. But if they wanted to, they got this weather system. What if the weather system damages your blocks? So like, cool theory, you're out there, you have to repair your blocks. My issue with it is, okay, which block, you guys tell me, which block in here is damaged? Kinda hard to tell, right? But look, that one's almost gone. So they would have to implement some sort of like, hey, not doing so hot here. This block is 30% damage. That block is 20% damage. This block, you know, they would have to implement some sort of color coding, or like you pull out the nail gun and it shows you where all the damage is at, just so that you could stay on top of it. But if they implemented some sort of like damage with their weather system, that would actually kind of be interesting. Don't hit me, bro. Ooh, that block is really damaged. Can I get it? Can I get it? Whoa. Normally, when I'm playing in a Horde, I don't go through more than 150 shotgun rounds. And I just saw that we were down to, I'll tell you in 1 second, I think it's like 2 rounds of the shotgun left. Man, these guys are non-stop. Alright. Zero shotgun rounds left. That must have been my primary for this base, just because we're so close. Keep cycling around, confusing the zombies. Which side are you going to be on? Oh, they broke a block. Darn it. I really hope that doesn't collapse this base. We just got a little bit of time left. If I had concrete on me, I would try to replace that block right now, because that's a support block right there. 10 minutes, and then we're going to run to save the base. 2 minutes. We can do this. And if anybody was wondering, I'm set to 60 morning time. We did it. If anybody was wondering, I am set to 60-minute days.
I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Oh! Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a... I don't know how to stop. I just go till I drop. Whether you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny.
Yeah, turns out zombies aren't exactly ladder certified. This base might be simple, but it gets the job done, and watching them tumble over and over again never gets old. It might not be the fanciest setup, but if it keeps me alive and them on the floor, I'm calling it a win. You know the rest of the deal. Like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace, I'm outta here.